Hi everyone! In this video we're going to go over our summer take-home kit of our quilted canvas. Now in this case we are going to go ahead and talk about all of the supplies you will receive, and then in the end we're also going to go over the fair book and what is going to be required of you for your entry within county fair this year. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the supplies that we are going to see here, and specifically what they are used for, how you are going to utilize them. So in this case, let's talk about the specifics here. So you will have received from our office a canvas. You will have selected a bag of paper shapes. There was 3 different options. I went ahead and labeled them as level based. Really the level is just the ease of creating the squares. So we had squares, hexagons, and then also triangles. So along with your selection, you will also have received a kind of a general, here's some examples of how to create quilt blocks using your shape. You will have received a foam brush, and you will have received some Mod Podge, but the Mod Podge I'm using today is just some from the office. You guys will have a take-home container. So let's go ahead and talk about specifically how we are going to get started with this project. So for this project, you are going to want to determine what is the example or shape that you are planning on creating. So in this case, I am looking at, is there something here that is striking my interest based on the colors that I have? So in your package, you will have 2 print patterns, and then you're also going to have 2 plain color patterns. And these should all be semi-coordinating colors. Okay, so in this case, I kind of like the thought of having something that is flower based. I have flowers on some of my design. I do like the idea of putting some groups together, but for me I think I'm going to go more of this flower base. So now that I've kind of decided what I'm going to create, I'm going to prepare my canvas. So in this case, some of them you might have to unwrap to prepare them. And I'm going to figure out what is the direction that I want mine to run. So I'm going to leave mine running up and down. I'm also going to go ahead and get out my materials. So laying out my colors. If you would happen to want to add something of your own, you certainly can. We cut these out on the Cricut, so hopefully the goal with that was to make them relatively all the same size and shape. All right. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and just finish sorting these or getting them about as good as I can. Okay, so now that I'm going to do this, I think I am going to start somewhere on my canvas. I'm just going to kind of lay out what is the design that I'm wanting to go for. So I am going to just kind of play with my patterning. See what do I like? How would I alter it? Okay, so I kind of like that. I might take another piece up here. And just kind of lay them out as is. So once you kind of get something figured out on how you're going to lay it out or what it might look like, what I would do is then the base, once you kind of get an idea of how you like it, how you're going to lay it out, I might actually change because I really like this pattern and I would like to use it more, so I think I might use that as my petals. The very first thing that you are going to do is you are going to apply a base of Mod Podge to your canvas. So it's going to be kind of like decoupage, but we're going to secure it on the base and then secure it over top. And my Mod Podge happens to be unopened, so I am going to open this. All right, so now that I have it opened, I also grabbed a paper towel so that you can get your hands kind of cleaned up. What I am going to go ahead and do, I'm going to figure out if there is a certain type of these that I like. I know I'm going to need 6. Okay, so I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and in this corner down here, I'm going to take my Mod Podge and I'm just going to apply a layer. Now this is going to be what is going to help stick your quilt blocks to your canvas. Now you're going to want to add a good chunk of this Mod Podge because it is going to stick. It's going to need a little extra to make sure it sticks. So I am just kind of adding as I go, and Mod Podge is going to dry clear. So you're going to want to make sure that you also get that over your pieces. All right, so then I'm going to add in my next piece. If you have pieces also that are getting close to the edge, you can go over the edge of your canvas. If you also choose to do so, you can just trim off the edge. I'm also noticing that I'm starting to get just a little bit of curling. So what I'm going to do is make sure I am getting that pressed down. And I'm also going to secure over top. Because you want these to stay down. Now if you're finding that you are having a hard time with getting some of your pieces to stick on your canvas, you can always use traditional glue, like a hot glue. Some canvases are going to be just a little extra dry, so you might need to add a little extra of our Mod Podge. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave mine where it can stick over the edge, and then I will trim it later. And I am going to make sure one thing that you can do is have your glue running in the same direction, your lines. Alright, so I have my basic Mod Podge. Now I am going to go ahead and start down here in this little corner. This little piece is still wanting to stick up, so I'm going to stick a little glue under there. I'm going to have that there. All right, then I'm going to start up here for my base. And I'm going to go ahead and start my next section. Now, depending on how you want your quilt blocks to lay, it may take a little extra thinking about it, preparing, you might need to lay some stuff out ahead of time. The hexagons, the nice thing is they kind of just work in as puzzle pieces. For what I need. And then I'm going to go ahead and prepare to go the rest of the way around this one. You are more than likely going to have more squares than what you need, but the point of that was so that you had enough for whatever your pattern may end up being. I'd rather you have too many than not enough. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta get this little guy here and in his spot. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a pause here. I'm gonna finish just Mod Podging. This, just to give you a general idea of what it's going to look like. I don't think we're gonna finish the rest of this while we're here on camera, but you will continue on. Your canvas is much larger than mine. Mine's just an 8 by 10. I believe that you all will receive a 11 by 17, so it's a little larger, which is perfect to give you the opportunity of developing some really fun patterns with your pieces. I'm just going through and creating the same lines all the way across. This one does not want to stick down very well, but it will here soon. All right, so that is a very basic run through on how you are going to do your quilt block canvas. You will continue on until your entire piece is finished. I'm going to go ahead and take a pause here just because my piece is a little smaller and it would take 25 minutes within this video. So looking at what are we going to need for fair. So for this project, this is going to fit into our Quilt Quest section. Okay, so we are going to, let me pull it back here. This is all going to go under Quilt Quest. And it's going to fit in here under this quilt design other than fabric. So we have a 2 or 3 dimensional item with quilt design made using medium other than fabric. So paper, glass, whatever that may be. So we do with our project have something that is kind of a 3D design here because it does have a lift to it within its piece. You are creating the same quilting principles by creating these pieces, so it is going to fit into this piece. When we look at guidelines for this, supporting information is required for this exhibit. Information must also include elements or principles of design used and steps taken to complete the project. So we will have these tags ready for you as just kind of a general documentation so that you can see them. You can also find them on the State Fair website of what they would need. And then if you do not include that document, it will get dropped to ribbon placing. So we will include the design pieces and information that you're going to need to bring with this item. So in this case, this is a project that is going to be brought to fair the Friday before fair. So this is going to be a clothing day entry. All of our quilt projects are considered in that clothing day entry. So that, I believe, is Friday, July 26th from approximately 8:30 till noon in the Cornerstone building on the fairgrounds. So again, if you're planning on entering this into fair in this specific division, it will need to be there that Friday of fair. There may be a place or two for it in either the visual arts category, but it would do well in this division. So there you have it. So we went over our not our barn quilt, I've been calling it barn quilt, I apologize. Our quilted canvas, the supplies that you receive with it, the steps that you're going to take to finish your project or make your project, and also what you need to know if you are planning on entering this into the fair. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact our extension office and we will gladly help walk you through any of the steps or questions that you might have. Once again, thanks for participating in our summer take-home kits. We hope you have a great summer and enjoy making this project. See you guys.